There are sayings that have existed for thousands of years without fading. They are not simply philosophies. They are the codes of the universe, disguised in such simplicity that humans often overlook them. Saying as above, so below, as above, as below, is one such code. But have you ever wondered, does it really mean anything? This isn't just an elegant play on words. It is the foundation of an ancient principle passed down from Hermeticism, a system of mystical knowledge dating back to ancient Egypt and Greece. Once preserved by sages and alchemists, principal correspondence, reflection says, everything that is happening in the physical world, in the vast universe, is also happening in your inner world, and vice versa. The movements of the stars can correspond to the emotions stirring in your heart. The chaos outside can be a mirror of the chaos inside. The outer universe, macrocosm, and humans, microcosm, are not two separate worlds. They are two sides of a single being. When you change one side, the other side fluctuates as well. To understand this is to begin to see that nothing is accidental, nothing is separate, and you, no matter how small, are still creating waves that affect the entire universe. When you truly penetrate the principle of as above, so below, the world around you begins to change. Not because it's different, but because you started to see clearly the connection between the inside and the outside, between the visible and the invisible, between what you feel and what is happening. This is no longer a philosophy to be read about. It is a way of life. When you let it permeate every breath, every thought, every action, you will begin to feel a subtle shift, as if the veil between you and the universe is thinning, so that you can see more clearly how everything works in a constant reflection. The vast universe, where planets orbit the sun, where stars burn brightly and then die, seems far away. But this principle tells you something important. Within you, there is also an inner universe that operates according to similar principles. Your heart also has its own trajectory. Your thoughts also revolve around some invisible center of belief, like the planets revolve around their sun. And every emotion, every vibration in you, if you are quiet enough to listen, carries its own frequency, like a shining star in the sky deep in your soul. Modern psychology has touched on this. Carl Jung, Swiss psychoanalyst, called it synchronicity, meaningful coincidence. When something that happens outside of you, a symbol, an event, an encounter, simultaneously touches something deep within you, it is more than a coincidence. That's synchronization. And synchronization is a living fulfillment of the principle as above, so below. The universe does not speak in words. It speaks by symbol, by coincidence, by reflection. And only when you become silent, present, and sensitive enough will you understand that language. So, when you feel something strange happening, a string of numbers repeating over and over, a dream that keeps appearing, an old friend calling at the exact moment you think of them, don't rush past it. Please stop, because that could be a message, a mirror, a whisper from the universe, reflecting what is going on in a deeper level of you, places you're not always aware of. Not only in psychology, this principle is also present in all ancient spiritual traditions. Meditators know that when they regulate their breath, they also regulate their mind. When they maintain inner calm, all external fluctuations gradually become calm. The ancients did not try to control the world. They turn inward because they know that if they change inside, the outside world will change as well. This is not a miracle. This is the principle, a natural reflection between the levels of reality, from micro to macro, from soul to body, from man to heaven. And that also means you are never a helpless victim of circumstances. Every time you return to taking care of yourself, listening to what you really need, healing an old pain, letting go of a hard shell. At the same time, you are vibrating the energy of reality around you. You are cleaning the mirror, and when the mirror is clear, the world reflected in it also becomes clear. The world you see is not the world as it is, but the world as it is you are. If you are chaotic inside, no matter how beautiful the sunrise is, you will still see a gray sky. If you are calm inside, then even in the midst of a storm, you will find a storm-free space in your heart. This is the most obvious application of the as above, so below principle. The external universe does not just reflect your inner self, it resonates with you always. So, if you want to change your life, you don't necessarily have to do something big out there. Sometimes, real change starts with you learning to breathe more deeply, listen to your body more, forgive a part of you that was once forgotten, and observe the world as if it were a scripture, not to analyze, but to read quietly with your heart. One of the most profound manifestations of this principle is the relationship between humans and nature. Trees don't just live with humans, they reflect our status. A destroyed forest is not just a consequence of behavior, it is a manifestation of a disconnected inner self. And conversely, when people return to listening to nature, living in harmony with the cycles of the earth, seasons, water, light, they immediately find adjustment and natural healing within. Everything, from your heartbeat to your breathing to your mood swings, can become messages if you look at them through the lens of reflection. And everything that happens out there, from unexpected encounters to social upheavals to cosmic phenomena, is also whispering something to you about yourself. When you live in this awareness, you no longer see yourself as a lonely individual in a random world. You become a living link in an infinite web of meaning. And every small action, a compassionate word, a sincere hug, a minute of quiet meditation, has the ability to spread, like ripples spreading from the center to the lake, never disappearing. As above, so below is more than just a cosmic statement. It's a reminder that when you change the way you see the world will begin to reflect a different image. And when you change the way you treat yourself, the world will treat you differently too. Everything starts from within, and every true transformation begins with a moment of awareness. And then, when you begin to live in that awareness, not as a theory, but as an internal heartbeat, you will see a miracle happen. The world is no longer a random stage, but becomes a big mirror where every movement has meaning. Nothing is redundant. Nothing is out of place. A rain comes right when you are silent. A repeating number. A seemingly accidental meeting. It's all about response. The universe does not speak in human language. It speaks by resonance. And when you are quiet enough, open enough, true enough with yourself, you will hear that sound, not through your ears, but through your soul. Because your soul has long known that. It is not separate from anything. To be part of it all. Living in the principle, as above, so below, is living in contact awareness. Knowing that every thought you sow is a seed sent to the clouds. It is understanding that the forgiveness you give to someone is also the healing you send to your own heart. It means daring to accept that if the world out there is too chaotic, maybe it's because inside we're not quiet enough. And that's the most beautiful thing, because you don't need to wait for anyone. You just need to start from within. A deeper breath, an act of kindness, an unhurried morning, a slightly gentler look at yourself. The world will not change immediately, but each ripple from within you will spread out to the people you meet, to the choices you make, to the way you move through today. And the world, little by little, will begin to reflect something else, something deeper, more genuine, and more in tune with who you have always been. As above, so below, is an invitation. not to understand, but to live.